I grew up in a church and was really involved when I was young, probably up to 8th or 9th grade. And that's when I decided that I wanted to go my own way and wanted to be popular, wanted to be cool. So I stepped away from the church probably for about 14 years. And during that time, God was really faithful to me through all my mistakes, through the life that I was living. He brought me to a place where I was brought low. And I remember a specific moment where I was broke down, and I just cried out for him to rescue me from where I was, to send somebody to my life to love me, to help guide me back to him. And then about 4 months later, I met the woman who would become my wife. We grew in our faith together, had our first 2 girls, and then we decided to move to Ocala. And we looked around for a church, found one that we thought was a good fit, and we were there for about 6 months. And then we were really hurt by that church, to the point where if we had not been believers, we probably would have walked away from the church. At least I think I would have if I wasn't a believer. My sister invited us to College Road. She told us how awesome it was. And when we went there for the first time, Jason, who was the children's pastor at the time, greeted us, knew our kids' names, and knew our story, knew what happened, and just welcomed us with open and loving arms. And that was 10 years ago. And we've been here since. So it just feels like a place that we've just been loved and welcomed. It just feels like home for us.
I think being a mom is difficult. Like raising kids is difficult. Knowing the Word of God, I think it helps us focus on what's really important. Having a good foundation of how we want to raise our kids, not just because we feel it's okay, but it's because it's based on the Word of God. It's how Jesus, wants us to live. I just feel like as a family, belonging to a good church family has been an integral part of, our lives. We wouldn't be like this right now if not for Jesus. And it just, helps us, be a strong family and a loving family.
We're made for community. We're not made to do life alone. And I think, it's important to find a church, to settle in, to meet people, to build relationships, to establish that community, especially in the world today with how heavy everything is. The church is there for each other, for the support. We've had struggles, and the church has always been there for us, to help us to walk through those times, those hard times, that we couldn't have done it alone. I just think it's so important to have a church family for what it can do for you. Not just your walk with God, your relationship with God, but for your family as well.
It's just amazing how when you make time for God, it just flows. Like, everything falls into place. It changes your whole perspective. So I really can't imagine doing family life without Jesus or without a church family to go to. Yeah, we just love College Road.